everybody. Welcome back. Today's episode, we're going to talk about theme parks because Casey and I are both avid theme park goers.
Yes. Yes, we are. We do go to the theme parks quite a
We
bit.
do, and it's kind of fun because for as long as I can remember, both of our families have just gone to theme parks together in general.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. Well, mostly when I lived in
yeah,
California, we we would always go all the time. Now I don't live there, so I don't get to go as often, but
I still make her drive
you
out
know.
here to go. So
Yes.
I'm trying to think. I guess the first trip we ever took together was Disneyland, right? It was either Disneyland or
Probably.
Universal. I feel like it was Disneyland though.
Yeah, I think it was Disney. Yeah, I think it was Disneyland.
Because for those of you who don't live in a state that has a Disney theme park, Disney is expensive, even if you live in
Very.
the state where it is. And so
Yeah.
so it was never like we were never annual pass holders because they were always really expensive. And so we used to have Casey and I went to school in the same school district, so every year we had this random day in January off. I think it was supposed to be the end of the semester or like semester break or something.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah, it was like it was like the end of
yeah, the
January.
end of January. It typically was at like a Monday, and so it was literally the best day to go to Disneyland because everybody else was back in school. We just had this random day off, and the weather in California in January tends to be really nice. I'm trying to think. I don't think it ever rained on us when we went.
Not when you and I went, but when me and my mom went one time, it was like pouring rain.
Oh,
And it was nice though because there was like nobody there, but we were soaking wet. Like I remember we went to when they still had the Tower of Terror, and that was like one of my mom's favorite rides.
mm-hmm.
And because there was so little people in line, he just let us stay on it
Oh,
over and over
I
again.
love when that happens. My favorite too is when they realize that your group already went on the ride. Remember when we were on Space Mountain
Oh, Space Mountain, yeah.
and like our little rocket pulled in and we were all getting ready to get out because we just went on it and they just pushed us straight through and I remember looking at you and going, "Well, I hope everybody liked the ride because we're going again."
I guess we're going
Yep.
again. You don't have a
Nope.
choice.
And that's a good ride for that to happen on because the line for that ride tends to be atrocious.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh, yeah.
it's
Like
oh
the one we went on last time, the last ride of the day, I was like, my legs are gonna fall off.
and like I think you and I both were like, do we get out of line? Do we stay in line? Do we and then like every time I
Yeah.
thought about getting out of line, a group of people like in front of us would get out of line and we'd move closer. So I'm like, well, maybe we'll just stay in
Might as well just
line.
stick it out.
But I always forget because I know like the outside part of Space Mountain, the line is huge, but I always forget how big the line is inside because
Yeah.
then you get trapped in there. Like you can't just easily unless you're comfortable with shimmying your way out the line you just came through, which I hate doing that. You're stuck in there. Like once you're on the inside of Space
Yeah.
Mountain, like there's no going back. You've committed. You will stay
There's
there.
no escaping. You're stuck there.
I don't know why. The thing is, the last two times we've gone, we do Space Mountain last because when we go into the park, we normally go left for Indiana Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean and all of that,
Mhm.
and so we just circle around the whole park. But we really, if we're gonna go on Space Mountain, we really need to do that first or like in the middle of the
Yeah.
day because doing that ride at the end of the day is like mentally draining and your body hurts and your
Yeah, it's pretty
knees hurt
brutal.
and it's just and if the AC is not working inside, oh man, heaven forbid because then it's hot, sweaty and smelly and terrible.
Yeah, yeah, that was definitely doing that ride last is
A
like,
mistake.
oh man, I just want to get on it and then be done because my body hurts.
Oh my gosh. Um
And the last two times, I mean, well, maybe not the last time definitely. We were there for like it was like a long day.
yeah, we were literally there from we got there like half an hour after the park opened and that was only because there was like 3 hours worth of traffic. And we were there literally until the park closed. I don't think I've ever done a Disney day like that. like ever.
Yeah, that was a long day.
And I mean,
That's a
I'd
very
like
long
a
day.
full day. Like we were like, a couple of rides and then we got a drink and then a couple more rides and then we got lunch. And then a few like there was no like let's just chill out and hang out unless we were eating or
No.
drinking. Like that was it.
That was yeah, that was basically
And
it.
we
We were just
literally went on
go, go, go.
everything. We went on everything that was open and we did both parks. And like I have never been so exhausted in my life. I literally, because I'm the one that drove, I had to talk myself like 3/4 of the way. I'm like, if I just make it to Santa Clarita, then I can pull over on the side of the road and take a nap. And that's exactly what I did. I pulled in to the top hill of Golden Valley, pulled into the Shell station, and I took an hour-long nap because I was not going to make it home. I was so
We were not gonna
tired.
make it.
Like Casey,
Yeah,
Miss
that was an
Passenger
exhausting
Princess, was knocked out, and I was like, I can make it home. I know I can make it home. But literally, I don't know what, like 5 minutes after getting on the freeway, dead stop traffic. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe I
Oh,
won't be able to
yeah.
make it home. And I was like, please, I didn't want to stop anywhere besides Santa Clarita because I don't know any of those areas well enough to where I can be like, yes, we will be safe sleeping in the car in this parking lot. I was like, I have to make it to Santa Clarita because I know we will be safe in this parking lot.
And then I woke up and I was like,
And
"What's
you were
going
like,
on?"
"What's
You're
going?"
like, "We're taking a
I'm like,
nap." And I was like,
yeah.
"Okay."
It's just like I need a nap. You're like,
I'm already
okay.
asleep, but
So she went back to sleep, and I went to sleep. Um, I'm trying
yeah,
to think.
it was a very I mean, it was
It
fun,
was
but it was
so
very
fun, but
long.
oh my god, like at that, if we ever do that again, we should just get a hotel. Just we're gonna just
Yeah,
stay at our
and just
trusty
stay
dusty
down there.
Motel 6 down the street and just get up hella early the next day and come back because oh my god. Um,
Yeah, I don't know how I mean, obviously, like, we were younger, but, like, when we would do, like, the 2 days, like, do one park one day and one park the other day, or, like, I remember me and my mom did I think we did Disneyland with
yeah,
you,
and then you guys go to
and then
Universal.
we went to Universal. Like, my body could not handle that now. I would be dead. Like, driving back the next day, I was like, I feel like I got beat up
Yeah.
and
You like somebody's
destroyed, like, my
whacked your
body
knees and
hurts.
stepped on your feet, and it's just like, oh
Yeah.
my god. You know what's funny though is, um, my parents and we did a 2-day Disneyland trip. I think it was last year, and it actually wasn't that bad. But here's the thing: it's because I went with my parents, so we are all adults, so we don't feel the need to go on every single like ride. And
Mhm.
we had because we did they have they every once in a while they have the California special tickets where you get 3-day park hoppers for so many dollars per day or whatever. And so we park hopped both days, but like we'd get on rides here and there, and it was just kind of like a cruise around Disneyland. It wasn't like when you and I go, we're there for the whole day because
We
we
want
haven't been in like
everything.
a year or two, and we have to see
Yeah.
everything. And they always change something every time you and I go. Like,
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah, well, like,
exception was this
this
last
last
time.
time
Yeah. Well, Indiana Jones
yeah,
was
well,
updated.
the time before
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that's true, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, and the time before, I ha what is it, like, February, I think we went?
Yeah.
I hadn't even seen the Star Wars, like, Galaxy's Edge, so I was like, "This is all brand new, we have to do everything."
Yeah. Star Wars and Avengers Campus. You hadn't seen that either.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hadn't seen that.
So, yeah, it was like, but at least like we could just go see those two things. Like, that was the focus. And then, other favorite rides. Indiana Jones was closed the first time we went because they were getting
Yeah.
ready to reopen. But like Pirates, I think Haunted Mansion was closed, wasn't it? I feel like Haunted Mansion was closed.
I think it yeah. The first time we
The
went,
first
yeah,
time
it
we
was
went in
closed. Last
February.
time it was open.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, this last time a lot of stuff had reopened. The Matterhorn I think was the only thing that was closed, and then Big Thunder was the only thing that shut down before we got on it.
Mhm.
But yeah, we go all out when we go to Disneyland, and it's a very large theme park, and it's in
And
Southern
Universal,
California.
the last time we went to
Yeah.
Universal for Horror Nights, we
Mhm.
were that was a long day too
Yeah.
because we not only did Universal, we got there at 2 and
Mhm.
did all of Halloween Horror Nights.
Mhm.
We also went to the Funko store
Beforehand,
and
yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah,
That was
so
also a long day.
we don't play around with our day trips into LA because it's such a pain to get out there that we're just like we're gonna do it all
Yeah.
in this one day that we are out there, all of it. But yes, I do love that the Funko store is so close to Universal though, because now when we go back for Horror Nights this year, if we want, we can do the same thing, or we can just sleep
Yeah.
in. Which honestly, I'm down to sleep in.
Yeah. Yeah, Horror Nights is long too because I think we left at, like, what, midnight or 1
I
AM or
thought it was
something?
like
Like, we
yeah, I
left
thought we were in the
late.
AMs this time. I think the first time we
Yeah.
went, it was like midnight or something like that. But I think this last time, I think we were in the AMs because
Yeah.
we went through more stuff. I feel like we because we started early that we
Mhm.
missed a
Like,
lot
right
of
when
the
they did it, yeah.
lines. Because like the people who come in at midnight, y'all are crazy because for
Yeah,
one,
I don't know
that's
how
just
they do
too
that.
late. It's too late. Um, but the lines at that point are huge, huge. Like it's gonna
Yeah,
take
I
you
was
like 30
thinking this
minutes
year
to
we
get
do,
into
like,
this little
the
maze. It's crazy.
yeah. Yeah, the maze that lasts a minute long. Do you have a favorite, ride at Disneyland and or Universal?
Um, ooh, I don't think I
Or
have.
California Adventure?
I don't think I have a single favorite ride, but like Disneyland, like I feel like top three is Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, and Rise of the Resistance.
So some solid choices.
Yeah, like
I really like
those are the
Rise of
rides.
Resistance.
Yeah, I just wish it didn't break so much.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of mechanics going on, and like the smoothness of you like floating around the floor is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so fun though.
What are your top choices?
I would say, yeah, Rise of the Resistance. I would say, I mean, I love Tower of Terror. Like, I loved the original ride, and
Mm,
I really, really, I didn't think I was gonna actually like it that much because I was really upset when they changed it.
mm-hmm.
But I really like the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Yeah, she drags me on it every time. I go on it for her.
Yeah,
I don't like.
and
I
it's so
don't.
fun.
No, it's not. I
Like,
remember.
I like how they updated it and everything. I didn't
Yeah.
think I was gonna like it though, because I was like, I love Tower of Terror. This is like a cult classic,
Hmm.
like so good. Then I was like, why are they doing that? And then I was like, okay, it's cool.
Yeah. I almost wish though they would have left like in the gift shop or something, like something original. So it was like it
Yeah.
was there, but it's just like out of the way. But yeah, I don't enjoy the dropping sensation, which is all that ride is. So I just I don't have a good time. Like when I go with just my family, my dad goes, "Do you want to go?" And I go, "Nope, no, I do not."
Nope.
I went on it with my mom when it first turned into Guardians of the Galaxy because I went for Guardians of the Galaxy and I wanted to
Yeah.
see like I know what the ride is, so I know what to expect, but that doesn't mean I don't hate it any less. And I remember I think it was that time I went on and the person like my mom sat on one side and then I had a stranger on the other and the stranger was hogging the handlebar and I was
Get off of it. It's
like, "Oh
mine.
my god!" So I only had one handlebar to hang on to, and I was not happy about it. I need both handlebars because I need to, with every strength of my being, hold myself in the seat. You got people raising their
Yeah.
hands, and yet no, I will firmly hold myself in the seat. There will be no
I'm not
raising
trying
of
to fly
hands.
out of the seat.
Absolutely not.
I would say,
Yeah,
yeah, those two are my top two
nice.
for sure.
I'm trying to think. I think the Cars ride in California Adventure is my favorite
Oh,
California Adventure
that one's
ride.
fun.
I'm trying to think. I also really like the Spider-Man ride, because I like that you get to use
That one's
your.
exhausting.
It is. It's a workout because you're just like
It's
throwing
a
your
workout.
arms. But I'm telling you right now, watching my dad just like Spider-Man it up in there was hilarious. I needed somebody to capture that on video so I could have it forever. It'll forever be in my brain, but it was amazing. But I like it better than because they have is it Toy Story Mania that's like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
mhm.
and you that one you use like a little gun kind of thing. I like the fact that you can use your arms. I think it's just more fun.
Yeah, it is fun, but it is a workout. You
It
get
it
a you
is.
get a major arm workout slinging those webs.
Yeah, you do. And then for Universal, like right off the bat, top ride for me is The Mummy. If they ever get rid of it,
Mhm.
I will cry and I will protest. I love that ride. I know I talk to people all the time, they're like, I hate it. And I'm like, how could you hate it? It's literally a mini roller coaster, and then you get to go backwards in the dark
Yeah.
very fast. And I'm all about that. I also love the little I think it's the ride of the hippogriff in the Harry Potter section, the little roller coaster.
Oh, the little roller coaster.
So fun, so cute. If the line is longer than 30 minutes though, I will not stand in line for it. But the mummy I will
Yeah.
always stand in line for.
Which those 2 I feel like go pretty fast anyways, just because 'cause they're short rides.
Yes. What's your favorite Universal ride?
I probably The Mummy. I love the Simpsons ride. I think it's so fun.
Oh, did you ever go on it when it was Back to the Future? I was
Probably.
gonna say
I don't
way in
remember
the
that
beginning, like
though.
way in the beginning.
Yeah, I remember, like, the ET ride,
See, I don't remember that one.
and then was it, like there was, like, a I don't know if it was, like, a ride or it was, like, the 4D experience, like the
It was a
Terminator?
show, yeah. It was like a
Oh, yeah,
4D
yeah, yeah.
experience kind of thing. So it was like half of it was like on a screen, and then at one point I know the actors and stuff like quote unquote ride the motorcycle like through the aisle.
Oh,
It's on a
yeah.
track, but it was still really cool. I missed the Terminator little show ride thing. That was amazing.
Yeah, I still have a picture of us where we're riding the little Terminator bike that's, like, so old.
I love that. It's so funny.
I remember when okay, so it was, like I think they have it now, it's, like, the permanent, like, House of Horrors,
Hmm.
like, walk-through maze, or maybe it's The Walking Dead now, I don't remember.
I believe now
Um,
it's The Walking Dead. It was
yeah.
Universal Monsters for a while.
Yeah. And, so before they put the mummy ride in, they had so that part was
Yes,
the mummy
and
walkthrough,
it was the
and I
worst.
love the mummy. Yeah, so I love the mummy. It was, like, my favorite movie growing up, and my I was, like, 5, I think, and my mom was like, "Let's let's go through it." Like, she loves this movie, like, it's a great idea, and it was not a good idea.
No.
I bolted out of there and, like, forward, so I'm still going through the maze,
So it's just getting worse as
and
tiny little Casey's
yeah.
running through.
My mom's, like, trying to find me. I ended up, like, grabbing onto some lady's leg and, like, death gripping her. My mom's, like, ripping me off her leg. She's like, "Well, we're not doing that again."
I love that nobody has good stories about going through the mummy version of that because I remember I think it was the first I don't know if it was the first time we had ever went or we used to go with our neighbors all of the time. So it was their three boys, their parents, and then me and my brother and my parents. And when it was the mummy, because they all the boys liked scary. I don't like scary. I've never liked scary. And so they were like, let's go through. And I'm like, I probably was, I don't know, maybe like 10, 11, or 12, like somewhere in that junior high range. And I remember my friend's dad went first, and then all of us kids filed in behind him, and then my mom was behind me. And so we filed in like that. And I don't even think we were halfway through. And like three of us were like, nah, we can't do this. We gotta go. Like,
Nope.
I'm not gonna make it. And so my mom found like the exit that you could go through, and she like found somebody and said like the kids aren't gonna make it. Can we get out? And they were like, yeah, come this way. And which was all fine. Like we everybody went except my friend's dad because nobody told him we were leaving. So he was just, he's not scared of anything. So he's just like cruising through, and then literally at some point turned around and realized we were not behind him anymore, and then
It's like,
came
"What happened
outside,
here?"
and we were all there, and he's like, "What the heck, you guys?" It was
Yeah,
so
that was really
funny.
scary,
It
like, for the
was.
time that it came out, it was real
It
scary,
was
and, like,
so
nobody
scary.
remembers it.
No, but it was scary as heck. And I just ever since
Yeah.
then, no matter what they put in there, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not going in." The only time I went in was with you, and it was when it was the I've never been in it when it's The Walking Dead, but I have been in it when it was the movie Monsters because you wanted to go in. So it
Mhm.
was me, you, and my dad, and you were in. I made you go first, and my dad was behind us, and I like it was. It's really cool inside. Like they do such Universal does an amazing job with the interiors of their stuff. But all I remember
Mhm.
is like I could literally we were literally at the exit and there was like the like creepy butcher dude with his meat cleaver covered in blood and you froze in front of me and you were just like flat out screaming and I literally was pushing you going get out of the way because the door you were blocking the door and I'm like I need to get out
Nobody
of
can get out.
here. And it was just like and then I think it's because
Yeah,
my
Universal does a crazy job.
oh my gosh, yeah. My dad was just like unfazed. He's just like, yeah, that's cool. And I don't know if like the dads of the world are unfazed because they're dads, or if it's because they're like my dad's a big man. He's very tall, and he's just like yeah, whatever. And I am a 5'2" woman, so everybody's taller than me. Everything is big, and I'm just like, no, I have to get out. Let
Let me out of
me
here.
out of here. I can't handle it. And then I don't think it's there anymore though. Like I don't think it's well, actually that's not true. Cuz before the entrance used to be on the main street of Universal, but now I think it's
Mhm.
around
Yeah,
the
I think it's on the
corner.
side now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm having heart palpitations just thinking about it. And we haven't been to Super Mario World yet, so we haven't
No.
experienced any of that. That's our next trip for Horror Night.
Yeah, we'll go in early and do all that because I wanna see that.
I've heard it's really cool, but that it's also kind of claustrophobic. So
Yeah, that's what I heard too. It's very, like, jam-packed in there.
yeah,
Which I don't even is it on the lower lot?
yeah, it's right.
It's, like, behind everything, right?
I think so. I don't know. I'd have to look. I don't know if Panda Express is still there, but it's right there in that section between Panda
Oh, okay.
Express and Transformers,
Okay, that's what
right
I was
next to
thinking.
Jurassic. Which who was that? I was talking to somebody, and I was like, I don't know where they're gonna put a lot of the mazes for horror nights now because that's normally where they put them. They normally put like two back there.
Mhm.
So I remember that's where Stranger Things was back behind Transformers, and then there was something else back there too. So I don't know if they still have room for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I really wanna see Super Mario World. I wanna just
We're gonna have such a good time.
experience it.
So we're gonna do that, and then they're
Yeah.
gonna have the Last of Us maze, and it's gonna be amazing.
Oh, I have a question. Have you ever gotten stuck on a ride?
I feel like I have. At Universal, I have gotten stuck on the no, not for a long time, but um the Journey to Hogwarts, the ride that's inside Hogwarts.
Oh, yeah, mhm, the big one.
Yeah, I've gotten stuck on that in the part where you're going around the Whomping Willow, so you're kind of slightly upside down. I got stuck there, and I'm like, it just like the ride just like stopped, and like the music kept going and stuff. And I'm like, okay, um, and that time it actually stopped and started a couple of times, so I got stuck there. I got stuck when you see like Harry and Draco like racing. And it was really awkward because like the screen wasn't working, but the sound was, so you just hear them going.
Just
And
like,
I'm like, oh my god, what's happening?
"What's going on here?"
Yeah. And then I think Disneyland, I've gotten stuck on the Haunted Mansion. I feel like there was another one, but there, when like the track just like stops and then they keep telling you that it's gonna come back on, stay seated, murmur. I
Yeah,
think
you
we were
just
stuck on Haunted
stay
Mansion
there.
for like a good like 10 minutes one time. I'm like, are they gonna make us get off or what? And then it worked. So, uh, but I don't think I've ever gotten. can't remember getting stuck on anything where we had to like exit the ride.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that's ever happened to me. I did w I don't know what happened, but halfway through Space Mountain, they stopped and then they turned the lights on, so that was
Oh
kinda
my
cool.
god, it burned your retinas.
Yeah, and I was like, "This is not how I pictured it at all.
Yeah,
It's
it's like a
crazy."
big tangled mess.
Yeah, and you're like, "Wow, it feels so much different when it's dark."
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think if I've ever. Yeah, I don't think I've ever like had to like exit a ride. I know I've been like at the front of the line when a ride breaks down and then they close the ride and I have to get out of line and then I'm mad because I just spent an hour in line and didn't get to ride the ride.
Oh, like Cars that last time or
Yeah.
the time before,
Yeah.
we were like, "Ugh, we'll just stick it out."
Yeah. Cuz we hadn't even like reached the wait time that they estimated. So we were like we'll wait the estimated wait time and we'll see what happens. And then it came back on. So it was great. But it was
Yeah,
so hot.
it was
It
great.
was
It all
so
worked out. Yeah.
hot. They need to put some like misters or something in that line because it's just so hot.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of snack to get at a theme park?
My favorite I mean, I always crave sweet stuff when I go to the theme
Mm-hmm.
parks, but I feel like popcorn's always a good option
Uh,
because it's just easy to snack on.
yeah, comes in a bucket.
But I always crave, I like, especially at Disneyland, I'll walk by, like, the little bakeries, and
Oh,
I'm like, "It all looks so
and it
good."
always smells so good.
I
And I
know.
always tell myself, like, because I look at they have the best looking caramel apples, and I always tell myself,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one. And then by the end of the night, I look at the price tag and the amount of money that I just spent all day, and I go, it's okay.
It's
I'm
fine.
like,
What next
yeah,
time,
next
next
time.
time.
So, eventually one day I will get a caramel apple, but I, for Disneyland, have to have a Dole Whip. It's mandatory. It's not
Yeah,
optional. Um,
mandatory.
yeah,
Mandatory Dole Whip.
mandatory Dole Whip. And I remember during their, I don't want to say lockdown because obviously I was at Disneyland, so it wasn't actually lockdown, but like post lockdown, when everything had to be COVID safe, and they were doing at Disneyland the like mobile ordering only, and mobile ordering irritates the crap out of me. I just hate it. Especially the way Disney does it because they're just like it's not even you don't even order necessarily. You just reserve a time slot and then you have to come back and stand in
Oh.
line during that time slot. And I'm like, what was the
Oh,
point
that's
of that?
lame.
Yeah. Like why would I want to I'm still standing in line with like 40 other people. So why does it matter? And then sometimes when you some kiosks like if you can order ahead and mobile order and all that and then you get there and it's not ready and I'm like you said it was ready. But yeah, I tend to get sweet stuff at theme parks too. So good.
Yeah, I always see the sweet stuff and I'm like, that looks so good. Also, I love like the corn dogs at like Disneyland or California Adventures. Me and my mom used to go
Mm,
ham on those all the time because they're gigantic
yeah,
and they're so good.
yeah. Fried food and sweets like at a theme park are just like a must.
Yeah.
I think at Universal, I feel like I always get the big Homer donut.
Yeah. And a butterbeer. I always get a butterbeer.
Yeah. Do you what kind of
That's a
butterbeer?
necessity. I like the frozen, like the
Same.
slushy kind. Those are
Yes.
the best ones.
Yeah. The regular butterbeer I would like too, but it's not cold enough. Like if it was iced,
No,
100%. But it's not ice. It's like room temperature, and I'm just like, mm, no,
it's really good, but they are very sweet. So if you don't like sweet stuff, then you probably
won't like it.
like won't like it. But I
Like,
mean, it's good to try it.
yes. So I recommend if you go with friends to like split one first, and then decide if you want to drink a whole one. Um, because it is like I'm a sweets person, but it's very sweet, and it depends too if you get one like out of the new batch or the old batch. Because I've gotten one where they just like change the mix, and so it's like super powerful. I'm like, oh
It's like
no,
super sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it hot though, but I'm not a hot drink person. I'm an
Me
ice, you're a
either. I like
frozen
iced
drink.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Disneyland, the first thing is a coffee. Have to get coffee when you start Disneyland.
Yeah. I mean, you have to because it's a necessity, especially if you're gonna be at Disneyland all day. Yeah, I like well, I mean, it's Starbucks we usually go to, but the cold brew, like I don't even know what is the cereal? The chocolate, the one that we got last time at
Oh, the Cocoa Puffs?
in Star
The
yeah, Cocoa Puffs, I couldn't think of the name. Yeah, the cold brew with, like, the Cocoa Puffs and, like, the cream cheese, like, cold foam.
yeah,
That coffee is
that was
delicious.
actually really good. I wasn't expecting it to be that good, and it really was. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
So, congrats, Star Wars
So if
Land.
you're ever in
You did it.
Galaxy's Yeah, if you're ever in Galaxy's Edge, I don't even know what that restaurant is called.
I think it's
Is it, like,
Docking
Dock
Bay 6 or 9, or it's Docking Bay something. It's the
Yeah,
cafeteria
they
style
have
thing.
a yeah, they have that cold brew there, and it's delicious.
It's
You
so
should get
good.
it.
It's so good. Um, and it's not super sweet, despite having the like foam and stuff on top of the cereal. It's
Yeah, because once it mix in, it's pretty chill.
yeah. I ate all the cereal off of mine first because I don't like soggy
Me
cereal.
too. It's so good, though.
But it is very
Delicious.
good. And honestly, if you drink coffee like we do, you won't have time for the cereal to get soggy because the coffee will be gone.
Yeah.
Let's see. Our favorite, and I say our, because we always go there pretty much every time we go to Disneyland. We love the, I don't even know what it's called, the Mexican restaurant inside Disneyland.
Oh, it's by Big
Big
Thunder
Thunder.
Mountain. I
Yeah.
don't know what it's called, but it is delicious. That's like a tradition.
Yeah. And we've been, like, I feel like you and I, when we go to theme parks, we don't necessarily go to, like, eat, like, at a restaurant. We go for snacks and drinks. And we
Mhm.
normally will end up eating like one actual meal, and it tends to be at this Mexican restaurant. It's called Rancho del Zocalo. We just call it the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. The one by Big Thunder. You'll know what it is if you've been there a bunch of times.
Yeah. Their stuff is actually very decently priced, which amazes me
Mhm.
every
And
time
you
we
get a lot
go.
of food for that too.
Yes, and it's good. Like, I mean, it's not the best Mexican food I've ever had, but it's good theme park Mexican food. A lot of restaurants in Disney are really good, but that one is just like top tier. And also, if you have kids, they
A
have a really
classic.
good kids menu as well. So if you have like picky eaters or you don't want a lot, then you can order off the kids menu. It's great. The only thing I don't like, which I noticed last time, they don't have Dr. Pepper as a soda. And I don't think Disney in general has Dr. Pepper as a soda, and that makes me very sad because that's my favorite soda.
That's
So rude.
that's rude.
Yeah,
How could they do that?
I know. And I don't even think, I feel like they have Pepsi products. I don't think they have Coke products anymore either. So that's even worse because I'm not a big Pepsi person. I'd rather have a Coke.
No. Coke is Yeah. Last time we went, I got that vanilla vodka, like, slushy thing from one of the little cones
Oh,
in Cars
yeah,
Land,
from the Cozy
and
Cone.
that one was really good. That was, like I think about that drink, like, every once in a while. I'm like, "Oh god, that was so
That
good."
was like it. That was the one that tasted
It
like
was
a
like an
50-50
orange
bar, right?
creamsicle.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was delicious. I think about that so often. I'm like, "Man, I wish I could, like, recreate that at home because that is delicious."
So good. And the churros from the Cozy Cone with the caramel dipping
Oh,
sauce.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
delicious.
Yes.
Oh
So,
my god, I'm starving now.
yeah. So, top tip, if you're going to get on the Cars ride and the wait line is atrocious, which I would say 99.9% of the time it is, go to the Cozy Cone, get yourself the orange creamsicle alcoholic beverage and a churro. And oh, man, you uh,
You'll be set.
you'll be set because the wait is so long that you will have time to not only eat all of that and drink all of that, but also digest it, take a little nap,
Yeah.
and then you'll be ready to ride the ride. It's like literally deeper. I am so glad we did that last time because it just made that line
Yeah.
experience so much better.
Yeah, that line is always super long, but it's a good ride, so it makes sense.
Yes. we've both done trips. We've both done trips. We've gone on trips together, um, to both Universal and Disneyland with the purposes of drinking.
Mhm.
Um, who do you think has better drinks? Not that we really
I
drank that much
mean,
in Universal.
no. I think the Cantina is my favorite place because
Mm-hmm.
those drinks were good. Those drinks were so
They
good.
were good.
It does suck that you can only be there for, like, what is it, like, 45 minutes or something,
Yeah.
and you can only get 2 drinks, and you have to stand there, but it is really cool, and those drinks are really good.
Yes. Yes. For sure. I liked them much better than the place in Avengers Campus.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was a lot better. But I always do like the beers at the, Moe's Tavern. I
Mm.
always get one of those 'cause they're delicious.
Yeah. I don't drink beer, so I wouldn't know. The Three Broomsticks in Harry Potter. Actually, not. Is it the Three Broomsticks? I feel like it's not the Three Broom. It's the pub connected to the Three Broomsticks. I can't think of what it's called. Um, they have. I'm trying to think what I drank last time. It was a mixed drink. It was
I don't
good.
think I've ever been there.
We'll have to go there for when we go to Horror Nights. Because
Mhm.
their stuff is good. You can also get shots there in that pub.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can get whiskey, which is delicious.
Wow.
It's very expensive, but it's delicious. Yeah, I've gotten one from there. That was good. And then I've gotten one from the Isla Nublar outdoor bar by Jurassic World.
Oh,
And
yeah, mhm.
it's really cute because they come in like a collector's cup, like a tiki cup kind of thing. Um, but I could have swore there was no alcohol in mine. And I like
Universal
chugged
definitely
that
has more
thing.
options.
Yes, Universal. Yes. But I like chugged that thing and I didn't feel a thing. I'm like, well, that was disappointing, but I got a cup, so there's that.
At least you got something out of it.
Yes, I did like when we went for Horror Nights last year. Um, the
Mhm.
weekends bar thing that he had.
Oh, that bar, yeah.
Yeah, I thought those were good.
Yeah, those were good. They were expensive, but they were
Yeah,
delicious.
and we had to wait in line.
It's always those lines.
And they filled mine like a little too much to where like I tipped half of it onto my hand, so I was sticky. So I wasn't very excited about that. Yeah, we've got trips for both parks coming up, so that's fun. Both for Halloween time.
Yes. Yes. I mean, the best time, honestly, like, that and Christmas, theme parks, best I mean, it's busy, but it's definitely
Gets you in the spirit.
worth it. The worst time, don't ever this is to anybody listening and everybody listening. If you wanna go to Disneyland and you're like, "What's a great day?" The worst day is the day before Thanksgiving. Don't ever go there. Me and my mom made the mistake once. We were like, "It's not gonna be busy. People are traveling for the holidays." And it was so busy. I think we went on 2 rides the entire day.
Oh my god.
Like, Pirates of the Caribbean, we waited, like, 3.5 hours for.
That's insane.
Yeah, and we were
Oh
like,
my.
"Well, lesson learned.
Yep. You're
Not
like,
before a major
never
holiday. Got it."
again.
Yeah. But Halloween is my favorite time of year, so I love going to theme parks then, and Christmas is super cool because they have all the Christmassy stuff.
Yeah, I think Universal does Christmas better than Disneyland does.
Yeah, they do. They do a
Um,
really good job at Christmas
I
time.
remember we've gone twice during Christmas time. Once we went, I believe I was still in high school. Or it might have been when I was in beginning of college. And the lights for certain like areas were really pretty, but it wasn't everywhere, which made me kind of sad. Um, it's a small world though during Christmas. It's absolutely stunning. Um,
Mhm.
but Universal is my favorite because they put fake snow on everything, everywhere. It's just
Yeah.
so much fake snow. I also love because the like dead center of the upper lot, they put the big Whoville Christmas tree, and they have all the Whoville decorations, and again fake snow everywhere. Harry Potter, I believe, always has fake snow, but they put all the lights out and wreaths, and they just go all out. And then of course the Grinch is walking around, and Cindy Lou Who, and I believe They have like the big like sled with the giant like mound of presents, and it's so cute. I love Universal at Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas and Halloween time are definitely the best time for theme parks, I would say.
Yeah, especially in California because it doesn't really get that cold or that wet. So I would
No.
say you have like a good like 80% chance of having very nice weather for the season.
Yeah. Not too hot, not too cold.
And even like I remember, was it when we went in February? It might have been where like it was supposed to, or it might have been the trip before that I took with my parents. It was supposed to rain. I think it was the trip I took with my parents. It was supposed to like rain. Like they had forecasted like showers, and we went, oh, gosh dang, because I didn't bring like a raincoat or anything because I'm like, well, we're going to Disneyland and it's been like 100 billion degrees for the last week. I think it rained for about 5 minutes in the morning when we first got there, enough to decurl my hair, and that was it. That was the showers they were predicting for the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that covers all of our Universal and Disneyland episode.
Yeah, I love that we go to theme parks together. It's so much fun.
Yes. Yeah, and it's not that far from me. It's only like 5 hours.
Yeah, and then because you drive to me and then I drive us to the theme park.
Yes.
That way you don't have to drive so much. But I'm telling you, if we do Disneyland like that again, we're getting a hotel room.
Yeah, it's definitely a
Either
necessity.
for the night before or for the night after.
Yeah.
Cause oh man, that's brutal. And I know like people are always like, ooh, everybody always complains about traffic in California. Guys, I literally looked up how long it would like because I was just looking up the route for Disneyland because I don't drive to it very often. It's literally like if there was no traffic, it would take me max 45 minutes to get there. Like that's how close it is. It's like here, let me look it up. The mileage is ridiculous. Disneyland from where I live is about 73 miles.
Oh my god.
That's it. That's literally
That's like
it.
closer for me driving to Vegas.
Yeah. It would literally take us an hour to get there. Probably 45 minutes with how fast I drive, but an hour max if there was no traffic. When Casey and I went this
But
last
everybody wants
time,
to go the same
yep,
way.
and you've got all the commuter traffic because everybody commutes into LA. Not a lot of people commute out of LA. It literally took us because I looked up directions, like how long it'd take us before we left. It said like 2.5 hours, or I think it said 2 hours, and I went, oh, okay, that's not bad. It took us three. It took us 3 hours to get to Disneyland
Yeah.
because of traffic. Absolutely insane. And then when we got there, it was like everybody and their grandmother was already there. Like
Yeah.
how are these people already here? It was crazy. But that's Disneyland for you. I think that's it for this episode. Thank you for listening.
Follow us on all the socials.
Yes, thank you. And by all the socials, we mean here and Instagram.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. I believe there's a way you can leave comments. If not, feel free to leave comments on Instagram.
Yeah, if you have theme suggestions for episodes you want us to talk about, leave us a comment somewhere.
Yeah,
Somewhere on the
somewhere
social
on some
medias.
social media platform that we will see. But yeah, leave us
Yeah.
topics to talk about. If there's things you want us to react to, and we will see you guys in the next episode. So goodbye.
Bye.